Now let's move on with limit theorems. Theorems on limit. We have the first theorem. Limit of x as x approaches a is equal to a. Alternative example, if we have limit of a as x approaches 6, what will be the limit?
6. Limit 6.
6. Nagising ko lang kayo. Limit of x as x approaches 0.
0.
Sure? Limit of x as x approaches negative 3. Negative. That is the first theorem. So, very useful yan mamaya sa pagkuha natin ng limit. Number 2 theorem, limit of c as x approaches a. So, here, where c is a constant. Example, limit of 10 as x approaches 3. So, ano magiging limit natin? Three. Eh, paano baliktad to? This must be C. Baliktad. So, this is 10. Kasi kung A pa din yun, edi wala siyang pinagkaiba kay number 1. No? So, dito naman. Limit of 12 as x approaches negative 9. So, a constant. Limit of 11 as x approaches 16.
11.
Madali lang si theorem 1 and 2. What if we have two functions? Let's say the limit of f of x as x approaches a is equal to L, and the limit of g of x as x approaches a is equal to M. Then, we have here number 3, the limit of k times the function as x approaches a is equal to k times L. K times the limit. Where k here is the constant. So, constant times the limit. Example, limit of 3x as x approaches 5. So, unang step, ihiwalay muna natin si constant. The constant here is 3. Or the numerical coefficient. So, 3 times limit of x as x approaches 5. Now we have 3 times. We can now use the previous theorem. Anong theorem ito? Theorem 1. Ano daw ang value?
5.
So 3 times 5. So the limit is 15. Bakit 15? Kasi 3 times 5, 15. Letter B, limit of 2x squared as x approaches negative 7. Paano naman iyan?
2 times 49.
Stand pa din. So we have 2 times
49.
11.
limit of x squared as x approaches 7. Negative. Negative. Anong next?
2 times negative 7.
2 times
Negative
7
7.
ba agad? Sabi niya sa theorem 1, dapat wala siyang square.
Squared muna.
Square.
Paano yung square?
Cube root.
Square root?
Ay, triple.
Ang goal natin dapat x lang siya, gaya ni theorem 1, puro x. No? Paano tatanggalin yung square? Hindi ka pwedeng gumamit ng square root kasi we're not getting the value of x.
Negative 7 and negative 7.
Paano natin gawing x si x squared? Factoring. What is the factor of x squared? X times x. Eh di paghiwalin nyo. So magiging limit of x as x approaches negative 7 times limit of x as x approaches negative 7. Kasi x times x is
X squared.
Oh, in that case, pwede na natin gamitin yung ating theorem number 1. So we have 2 times, ito ay negative 7 times negative 7. So, 2 times negative 7 times negative 7, negative 90. Tama? 49 times 2, 90. Okay? Ah, dapat positive. Yeah, dapat positive. Kasi negative times negative, positive. Positive 90. Next, the sum and difference. Ibig sabihin sum and difference, it can be plus or minus. So, alternative, example, limit of 3x minus 7x as x approaches 5. So, sabi niya, paghiwalayin daw muna natin. Paghiwalayin natin, it can be written as limit of 3x as x approaches 5 minus limit of 7x as x approaches 5. Pag napaghiwalay na, ilabas natin yung constant applying theorem number 3. Ano ba yung mga constant?
3.
Lagyan sa unahan si 3 times
5.
limit of x as x approaches 5 minus
7.
7 limit of x as x approaches 5. Following theorem number 1, so 3 times 5 minus
7
times
3 times 5.
5 po, 37. Yung naunang trips mo.
5 sinabi ko, di ba?
Opo.
Ba't 7 na isulat ko?
Busy po si 7. Sino kayo si 7?
7.
Negative 20.
So 3 times 5
15.
minus 7 times 5, 35. So we have negative 20. Medyo mahaba-haba lang siya, no? Pero, next, theorem number 5. Product theorem. So, multiplication naman. Limit of f of x times g of x as x approaches a is equal to the limit of the first function times the limit of the second function. Bigay tayo ng example. Let's say, limit of 2x times, lagyan natin ng square, 3x squared minus 4x plus 1. As x approaches, ano gusto niyo number? 4?
Maganda
6 daw. Okay, 6. Anong gagawin natin dyan?
Himay muna.
Himayin muna natin. Remove the parentheses. Kaya sabi niya, i-multiply mo lang daw eh. So, i-multiply mo natin to. So, pag binultiply natin, this will become limit. Let's copy. 2x times 3x squared.
6x squared.
Cube, ah?
Cube.
Cube. 2x times negative 4x.
8.
Minus 6x. Tapos 2x times
Squared po,
I
sir.
squared
Plus
plus
2x.
2x. Yun. As x approaches x approaches 6. Tandaan yung x approaches 6 natin dapat nasa ilalim ni limit. Bawal siyang pagala-gala kung saan yung gusto. Next, wala tayong parenthesis. We can now apply theorem number 4. Paghiwa-hiwalayin na natin. So, limit of 6x cubed minus limit 8x squared plus limit 2x. Huwag kalimutan, x approaches 6, x approaches 6, x approaches 6. Anong gagawin next? Ilabas ang ilabas natin si 6
Limit.
limit of x as x approaches cube siya, no? So, isa-isahin na natin. Limit of x approaches 6, limit of x approaches 6. Bakit tatlo? Kasi x times x times x minus 8 limit of x approaches 6 times x approaches 6. Gusto nyo 6 eh. Plus 2 limit of x approaches 6. Ay, buti isa lang. Now we have
Ang daming 6
6 times
times 6
6 times
6
times 6 minus
8
times 6
times 6
plus 2
times 6.
Sige, parenthesis na lang, baka mali tayo. Okay, simplify. Ano sagot?
Wait, magkano mo?
1,020? 1,000. Final answer? Next, division. So we have two functions, same condition. So f of x over g of x. So limit of the f of x over the limit of g of x. Where m is not be equal to 0. Bakit again?
Undefined.
Magiging undefined siya.
Magiging BN siya.
So limit of 2x, let's say x squared minus 2x plus 1 as x approaches. Sige. Dagdagan natin since may denominator x plus
9.
x minus 1 as x approaches 1. Paano to?
Ano muna sir? Factor.
Kapag pwedeng i-factor, factor out muna natin. Pwede ba?
Yeah.
How? Ano factor ng numerator? X.
X minus 1, x minus
Okay. This is a perfect square trinomial. So x minus 1 times x minus 1. Then just copy x minus 1 as x approaches 1. Can we cancel out?
Yes.
Cancel, cancel. So this is simply limit of x minus 1 as x approaches 1. Paghiwalay na natin, limit of x as x approaches 1 minus
1 minus 1, 0.
we have
1.
1 minus 1
0.
and the limit is 0. Oh,
0.
ano ibig sabihin?
Huh? Nasa origin siya. Yung limit.
O, ayan, nagkalituan na. Undefined ba to?
No.
Hindi. So, nagkataon na nasa mismong origin ng Cartesian plane yung limit. Now, ano napansin ninyo? May shortcut. Mahaba. Gusto nyo na mahaba?
Ayaw.
Shortcut niya sa nakapagod po yung haba.
Sobra.
Time consuming pag mahaba. No? So, paano siya natin paiikliin?
Sums.
Just use substitution. Di ba balsote?
Talaga?
Example, dito sa number, substitution pa din. Sa number 3.
3.
So, 3 times 5,
15.
we have negative 7 square, 49 times 2, 98. Pwede ba ganyan? 3 times 5,
15.
minus 7 times 5, so 15 minus 35.
20.
Diba? Sobra.
O, try nga natin dito. So, pag nandito na tayo, substitute na natin. Try nyo nga ito, magiging 2 times 6 times 3 times 6 square minus 4 times 6 plus 1. Try nyo nga. Dapat 1,020.
Minus 4 times 6 plus 1. Tama, sir.
1,020.
Sobrang mali.
How about in number 6?
Sub 1.
Sige nga, substitute nyo nga.
Magiging ano? Magiging undefined.
Oh. Undefined daw pag sinubstitute.
Kasi 1 minus 1, 0.
Check nyo to. 1 minus 1,
0.
0. Meaning, if we have a division, hindi ka basta mag-substitute. First thing you should do is to factor out. Factor out muna natin. Walang problema pag na-factor out na natin. Kasi pag di mo finactor out, magiging 0 ang denominator. Now, kapag naging 0 ang denominator, sabi niya, undefined. Eh, meron tayong limit. Ang limit natin is 0. Kaiba yun. Okay? Copy. Question, Luis.